Alassane Ouattara, the president of Ivory Coast. Do you know he's a Burkinabe? But why is it that at this point, everybody is seeing him and Ivory Coast as the Judas of Africa?
Alassane Ouattara, the president of Ivory Coast. Listen to me very carefully. If you are going to let American use your air bases or military forces to try kill Ibrahim Traore or destroy Burkina Faso or destroy Mali or destroy Niger, I am telling you straight, you will face us. And we will point you as Africa's enemy.
I'll tell you why some Africans believe that Alassane Ouattara and Ivory Coast are traitors. And in fact, they are the Judas of Africa. I'll give you instances, I'll give you videos, and I'll give you proof and evidences that backtraces their opinion. This is Dynamic TV Plus. My name is Nanayao Dynamic.
He's about to go now.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Redemption time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is redemption time. And in fact, the wave of freedom, the wave of awakening is sweeping across Africa. And of course, everybody, every youth seems to be tagging along. And it is a very beautiful thing. It is a very beautiful sight to behold. Now you're going to have an honest discussion and an honest conversation with regards to the president of Ivory Coast, Alassane Ouattara. People are seeing him to be the Judas of Africa. Why are people saying this? Now let me give you a rundown. So after the October 2010 election, Laurent Gbagbo and Alassane Ouattara, none of them conceded defeat. Hence, all of them swore an oath of office. Within that year, for peace to reign, over 100 people died. And over 100 people were also displaced. And because of that, those tango and those things in Inti, it led to the UN security to, declare Alassane Ouattara as the winner of that 2010 election. And when that happened, a lot of people felt, they have imposed Ouattara on them. And don't forget that Ouattara had that deep ties with the French. So in this case, kind of so close to the colonial masters. And some people also felt like, well, because of how he's leaning towards the colonial masters, that is also one of the factors which contributed to him being selected to rule over the Ivorians. Since the assumption of Alassane Ouattara in office, a lot of things has gone south. Although we can't say that everything has gone bad. But there were a lot of things that we were expecting the ECOWAS to talk about it, but they never did. They never coughed about it. So I wonder why all of a sudden, all these people have had voice when it turned, when the table turned, and when, Ibrahim Traore is doing the same thing in Burkina Faso. In 2020, Alassane Ouattara, because of the influence that he has with the colonial masters, so in this case with France, and in fact the France military and all those things, because of the connection, the deep-rooted connection that he has, it makes it very difficult for anybody to contest him. You can contest him, but you see, at the end of the day, how you will lose, you wouldn't even know. So because of that, it made it very difficult for people to contest him as Alassane Ouattara. So in 2020, he made up his mind. He took a decision that, okay, he is done serving his 2 terms. And, in Ivory Coast, there is 5 years, 5 years. So he assumed office in 2010, meaning in 2020, he had completed all his 2 terms. And hence, his administration was supposed to end. Now, a whole lot of things happened. The person who was supposed to contest, some illness, some here and there, dragged something. And cutting the long story short, a lot of people, knowing that Ouattara is not going to contest again, decided to, stick out their necks to contest. Some independents, some opposition parties and all that, There were many, although. But when the unforeseen circumstances happened, Ouattara managed to find his way. He meandered his way through the constitution and everything, and he was able to contest again for the third time. And when the opposition realized that this is what is going to happen, Ouattara is coming again, they knew that their chances were zero. Hence, a lot of them boycotted that 2020 election, making Ouattara emerge victorious with over 92%. It will shock you to know that nobody coughed in Africa about what Alassane Ouattara was doing in Ivory Coast. No American leader talked, no leader from France talked. Do you know why? Because their puppets was there. And if Ouattara is there, they have no problem. They have no business. If Ouattara can just change the whole constitution and will contest for as long as he wants, no problem. They are okay. But guess what? These same people are complaining that Ibrahim Traore is suffocating the people. It's not respecting the will of the people. You are saying that the people can't elect their own leaders. So how about the issue and the situation where the people can elect their leader, but their election wouldn't even matter because that is not even going to be respected? How about that? Do you call that one true democracy? How come somebody who knows Burkina Faso as the place where he was born will turn his back on Burkina Faso? When Felix Houphouët-Boigny appointed or gave an appointment to Alassane Ouattara to, come into his administration and initiate or help him make some, economic reforms, all this time, everybody knew Alassane Ouattara was a Burkinabe. Everybody saw the good work that Ouattara was doing under Felix Houphouët-Boigny. And so, yes, it is just good that at some point in time, the people of Cote d'Ivoire will just, give him the mandate to rule them, because he is one person that saw how Burkina was. He is one person that was part of the structural reforms. He was one of the people that made the structural reforms. So it is good if he is going to steer the affairs of the country. However, the problem is how he has managed to be the puppets of the France. And that is the problem. How he has managed to be that close to do the will and the biddings of the French, that to me is a problem. And that is where everybody is seen as a problem. Why do some people see him as a traitor? And why do some people still believe that Ivory Coast is the Judas of Africa? Not long ago, there was a 19th attempt, coup attempt on, Captain Ibrahim Traore. It happened that the people who were responsible or who orchestrated those coups d'etat, these people had fled to, Ivory Coast. And so when it became a rumor, everybody thought, okay, fine. So at this point, we are definitely going to hear from, Alassane Ouattara. If it is true, and if it is not, he's definitely going to talk, because the whole Africa is pointing fingers at, Cote d'Ivoire. Alassane Ouattara never coughed about the situation. And that made Captain spoke to the media to address the fact that, look, they don't have any issues with the people of Cote d'Ivoire, but they have issues with the leaders of Cote d'Ivoire, because it looks as if they have allowed themselves to be the puppets.
We no longer want to engage in this deceitful diplomacy. In an interview, we spoke about the Ivorian regime. Some Burkinabés got on their high horses and criticized. I say it, I insist, and I persist. We have nothing against the Ivorian people, but we have an issue with those who govern Cote d'Ivoire. We say it and we repeat it again. Let me tell you something. allow me to tell you something. There is indeed in Abidjan an operations center to destabilize our country. No one can deny it, and we will provide you with evidence in the coming days. We will show you physical evidence. You will understand what we are talking about. No one will come to tell us that in Benin there is no French base directed against us. We have the evidence at hand. Two past important bases. No one can dispute them, and I challenge them. And we have nothing against the Beninese people. There we have a problem with the policy of the Beninese leaders. And we say it loud and clear again. In this diplomacy, we have decided to tell the truth. There are indeed two bases, one towards Kandy and the other going towards Porga, or I don't know which locality. Runways have been renovated to more than 3,000 meters long. Planes land. People equipped and train the terrorists. Over there, we have audio recordings of French agents in Benin over there who are staying at the terrorists' operations center. They show the operations with them. They help them with medical care. They do everything there. We have all the details on them. And you don't want us to tell our people? We will say it. If you don't want it, if they don't want it, they should stop behaving like that. It's simple. We didn't force anyone to take their independence. If you decide to stay in your situation, but don't turn your countries into air bases, because it is your populations who will suffer afterwards.
Let's say Ivory Coast as a country harboring the coup plotters in their country, let's say that is not good enough. And let's say we can't use that to say that, or we can't base on that to just term them or call the Ivorians the Judas of Africa. Well, after General Michael Langley calling Ibrahim Traore as a failed leader, calling him or calling for his head, and urging or arguing that he's using the money, the gold reserve of Burkina Faso to protect himself.
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traore and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime.
So this person, whom everyone in Africa is seeing as a traitor, as somebody who doesn't want the best and, the good of the African continent, spoke in this manner. People are going against the general. But guess what? This general, after making these whole allegations in this whole conversations, traveled all the way to, Ivory Coast. And he went to meet Alassane Ouattara. Just when the rumor had gone viral that the coup plotters were in Ivory Coast, this General Michael Langley also went to meet Alassane Ouattara, the president in West Africa who is harboring the coup plotters in his country. And so when you put these two instances together, then it tells you something. Because don't forget that if somebody wants to get to Burkina Faso, they can use Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast has one of the biggest, air bases. And so right now, the question out there is, do you think Ivory Coast is allowing itself to be used by the Western world to intimidate one of its own?
America must never tell us what to do. The same United States, which is furious at being cut off from the riches of Burkina Faso, cannot tell us what to do. We stand with Captain Traore. We stand with Traore because we know that Traore stands for the unity of Africa. We are Traore, and Traore is all of us. If they kill Traore, you must know they would have created another wound in the continent of Africa. We must defend him the same way we defend the unity of Africa. We must defend China for defying the USA and telling the USA to go to hell because they don't understand how the tariffs works. Donald Trump is an enemy of himself and all of us. And he must know the EFF is not scared of him. The EFF is not scared of Israel. The EFF is not scared of Morocco. The EFF is not scared of the imperialist forces. The EFF will stand on the side of the people of DRC, the people of Sudan, and the people of Sahrawi.
Now, one other thing is that Benin happened to be one of the people who have also availed themselves as a tool to be used against this AES. But the question is, do you think these people, do you think Alassane Ouattara is going to, betray one of his own at this point? Because don't forget that Captain Ibrahim Traore made it emphatically stated that they know and they are aware of the plans that is going on in Ivory Coast. And in due time, they are going to come out with evidence, proper evidence that suggests that Alassane Ouattara, the US and the France, they are planning something in Ivory Coast. Do you agree with the people that believe that Alassane Ouattara and Ivory Coast are the Judas of Africa? Let me know what you think in the comment section. This is What's Up Today. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for us. My name still remains Ghananews Dynamic. See you in the next one. I'm out.
Family 3940. Guess what? You are watching Dynamic TV Plus. Keep on watching, subscribe, share, then leave your comments. One time, good luck.